there, this is Chef Andrea, and I am happy to introduce you today to the Cookbook Corner with Chef A. If you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome. I'm very excited to have you here. And I have a podcast that I do called Q&A with Chef A. The podcast is available through YouTube. Some videos are available there. You can also find links on my website, achefs.com, but you can also find the full podcast content over at Gumroad. And Gumroad, if you're a subscriber there, you'll get the full video podcast content as well as downloadable recipes, etc. So that's a lot of fun. But this little guy, the Cookbook Corner with Chef A, has come about because while Q&A with Chef A is devoted to answering questions, the Cookbook Corner came about because I seem to get the same question again and again and again over at Q&A, and that is for cookbook recommendations. So I decided that it was time to open up a little corner of the internet that we devote just to the discussion of some of our favorite cookbooks. And I will tell you that my cookbook collection right now has around, I'm going to say 400 copies in it, something along those lines. I tried to do a count this weekend. I sort of walked around the house and was like, okay, if this shelf has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and it's 5 deep, okay, so then that's 50, and I've got 3 of those shelves, so that's 150 there. You know what I mean? So I tried to do kind of this base count. I think I have about 400 total between my home and here at the cooking studio, which is my business. And that is pared down from the last time I did a really legitimate count. Before we opened the cooking studio here, we had to do an evaluation of all the content that was going to come into the building for insurance purposes. And my insurance rep told me that I needed to do an actual count of all the physical cookbooks that we owned. And at the time it was 1,200. That was our approximation, 1,200. So I've done a pretty good job of curating and purging and pulling my cookbook collection down to the around 400 that it is now. So when somebody asks me, do I have a favorite cookbook? You can imagine that can get a little tricky because I apparently have a favorite 400 cookbooks. I like that many enough that I own them. So this little corner, cookbook corner here, listen, if what you're interested in for content-wise with me is techniques and maybe some advice on cooking equipment, certainly recipes, certainly some of the chemistry that goes into our home cooking, that is all available for you at Q&A with Chef A. So check that program there. But if you, like me, enjoy just putting something on in the background while you're crafting or cooking or prepping dinner, I think Cookbook Corner is going to be a great place for you. So I'm excited that you're here. I'm looking forward to getting this going. If you are a crafter, get out your knitting or your embroidery or your quilt making. If you are a cook, get out that knife and those green onions and sit back and enjoy a little bit of content here. This little corner of the internet, I think we're going to have a good time. So we will be covering cookbooks from a broad range. I'll be doing some vintage cookbooks, real collector's items. Like this, this is a first edition of a Miss Beaton's. When they decided to break the original Miss Beaton's, it's about, I don't know, let's say 500 pages, break it into smaller chunks. And this is the first run of that. So this is a collector's item cookbook. This is some of the stuff that we'll find in my cookbook collection. But I also have very contemporary cookbooks I'll love to share with you as well. So I think there's going to be a lot for everyone here. My hope is that you'll grab something wonderful to drink. My favorite thing is coffee. Maybe you love a beautiful herb tea. If you're someplace hot, maybe an iced tea or a lemonade. And sit back, relax, and let's go through some cookbooks together. I'm glad you found us, and I'm looking forward to this little journey. So let's get into it.